I always talk to people. I say, man, I miss school, and they say, really, why?
What
What's wrong with school?
What do you miss about it?
Man, yeah, when you think about it, now
Mm.
I work, right? And I love that. But back then, it was just every day, especially when it came to like the year 11, 12, when you've been with your year for your grade, your mates for a while,
Yeah.
you're the oldest of the school. All I look at it, when I look back, I just think it was every day hanging out with my mates, playing basketball with them,
Mm.
uh, and just having a laugh. And by that time, the teachers are your mates as well. So every day you just go, you have a laugh. Yeah, all right, you've got assignments and study and all that.
It's a good
But
hangout.
it's so much fun.
It's a good hangout, eh?
Yeah, I thought it was the best. People always say, nah, don't miss school at all. I hate it. I go, nah, man, I'm the opposite.
Yeah,
I
see,
don't know.
for me, it was year 10. That was my favorite year. Because as
Yeah,
soon as we got to year 11, everyone started getting very serious about studying.
yeah,
And my grade just sort of just dropped off. And I was like, no one wants to hang out anymore. Like they're all busy studying. So
yeah.
year 10 was it for me, man. That was the best blood year we had, I reckon.
The thing for me with school back then, like nothing really mattered.
Mm.
You had nothing to worry about. Like you had your studies and your exams and stuff. But you look back at it now, then there are so many people that, okay, they didn't do the best in their HSC, but you look at them now, they've worked hard, they've made something for themselves. 5 years later, their ATAR, their HSC doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
So
it's just one of those things you look back at it, you realize how little responsibility you had. You didn't have a
100%,
mortgage, you didn't
man.
have any of this.
100, yeah, there was, yeah, responsibility is the word. And every year you get older, you get more responsibility, obviously, which,
Mm,
that's how it happens. But back then, you're 16, you're 17, you've got nothing to worry. The biggest thing you have to worry about is getting your P's. That's
100%.
you have to worry about. And if you flunk your test, you're going to get,
And what
teased.
and wanting to get it on the first shot so that you don't get teased for it. So did you get it
I
on your first
wish.
shot?
Nope, I didn't. I didn't.
How many times did you take the test?
Nah, second. I got on the
Oh, okay, so
second.
you got it on the second. What you failed it on?
Okay, so Joey, who works at the RMS,
Yeah.
always tells us that a lot of applicants fail on this, all right? It wasn't just me. And my mate, who went for his P's at a similar time, failed on the same thing. There's a
Head
stop sign.
checks? Ah,
No,
the
no.
stop sign.
I was nailing the head checks. Don't worry about that. There's a stop sign as you're leaving the car park. And it's behind some trees. I can't even remember now. But I didn't stop.
This at
And,
Bankstown?
yep, at Bankstown. So I went straight on to the road, and pretty much I started the test and failed.
So you failed it as soon as you left the center.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's not like an instant fail. It's not like he says, all right, turn around. No, no. You do the whole test
Yeah.
thinking you might have a shot. It leads you on for that long. 30 minutes later, I found out I failed. So
Yeah, see, I never had to do
that
it.
was tough.
I never had to deal with that. I took my test in Newcastle,
Yeah.
but I took it in my MX-5 back in the day. So no power
Oh, yeah.
steering, every blind spot under the sun. It's a rough car to take a test in, and manual as well. So
Yeah.
everything was against me.
Hill starts and all.
Hill starts and everything, man, and I passed it, bro. I was so happy getting back there.
Man, that's the worst. But the worst part was I get back, and Bankstown is one of the busiest RMSs in Sydney.
Mm.
So I wait another month to rebook the test. Meanwhile, all my mates are getting it, and on top of that, I'm getting teased for 1 month straight that I failed. So that was rough. But like, see what I mean? Back then, that's all I had to worry about.
That's brilliant, bro.
Yeah, like that was the biggest concern of our lives was getting your
100%.
that was all we had to worry about.
Yeah, it was really just school, church, get your P's and move on, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice. And in
Nah,
church, how were those high school years for you while you were at church?
mate, we were at on Friday nights. We would go to something called Epic, which to this day, just like high school, I miss. It was run by a good mate, Mark Moon. And man, Epic was just like, all right, you've got school, it's fun, but you still got to do some work. And then Friday night you can come and everyone else is there. You're going to have a good time with Mark. You're going to get a great devotion. And then after it, you're just going to hang out and have fun. I found Sundays to be a little bit challenging because, you are stuck with your parents a little bit.
Mm.
But by the time I got my P's and I was able to kind of go to church on my own and all that, I found to enjoy it a lot more, to be honest.